Hello Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Pisces, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Pisces, let's get started. How does Pisces currently view this relationship? All right, let's see what's going on, Pisces. So we do have the Judgment card, we have the Ten of Swords, and then we also have the Five of Wands. You're having a very difficult time moving past something that left you feeling extremely hurt and betrayed. Yeah, there was somebody who left you feeling extremely hurt and betrayed and deceived. And it kind of looks like you're having a very difficult time moving past this betrayal and whatever it is that this person did. Okay. It looks like you're still hurt by it and upset because of it. How does this person, all right, let's look at this person. How does this person currently view this relationship? Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles, we got the Page of Swords, and then we also have the Knight of Wands out here. Could be dealing with a Sag, possibly a Gemini, maybe even an Earth sign strongly, so a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. This person's very determined to walk away from this entire situation and never look back. You know, this person is heading towards the new, is basically what I'm gathering. They're heading towards the new here. And what that basically means is that they're closing this cycle out here between the two of you and just simply, you know, moving forward and just simply deciding to just never look back. A lot of you might feel extremely hurt and betrayed and deceived because this person is choosing to close this cycle out between the two of you. That's definitely a possibility. But let's see how you're feeling. Okay. We have the Fool, we have the Four of Cups, and then we also have the Hierophant. Okay. This connection between the two of you does have you essentially feeling like you wasted your time. It does essentially have you feeling foolish. It also has you essentially carrying around a lot of regret. You know, it looks like you were very committed and devoted to them and what you shared, you know, with them. So the fact that things played out the way that it did between you and this person, not only did it leave you extremely hurt and betrayed and deceived, but it left you feeling stupid and foolish and just regretful, to be totally honest. How does this person currently feel? Ooh, we have the King of Swords, we have the Three of Cups, and then we also have the Seven of Wands out here. It looks like moving forward, this person doesn't really have any sort of like intentions of settling down with absolutely anyone. It kind of looks like they don't have any sort of intentions of, you know, getting married, starting a family. Like that's not anything that this person wants to ever do again, is what I'm gathering. It just kind of looks like this person just wants to be single and free and focus on, you know, their money, you know, their career, and just out here living their best life. I feel like, you know, as far as like romantic relationships are concerned, it just kind of looks like moving forward, the only thing that this person feels comfortable having in their life is like a friends with benefits type of situation, nothing more, nothing less. But as far as getting married, that's not something that they want to do. As far as starting a family, that's definitely something that they don't want to do. As far as like anything serious with a person, it's just something that this person does not want to do moving forward. They just kind of look at love as something that, you know, is just a complete and utter waste of time. You know, something that's just going to stress them out. Something that, you know, they just don't feel is just worth their time and or investment. There's other things that they feel is worth their time and investment, and love is just not one of those things. So that's just kind of what I see this person, you know, doing. Yeah, that's just kind of what I see this person doing, choosing to not essentially take anyone seriously, you know, moving forward. I do believe, and I'm not saying this to like make you feel any type of way, Pisces, but I am definitely getting that their experience with you did essentially change their heart. Um, I am definitely getting that. It's like they went from wanting everything to do with love to like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I will never fucking do that shit again. You know what I mean? Like it has that type of feel to it. Um, but what actions? Oh, we have the Five of Pentacles, we got the Two of Cups, and then we also have the Six of Cups. Oh, Pisces. You just feel so abandoned by this person. You do. Like, you really do. You just feel so abandoned by them. No, I think it is safe to say that you were very, very in love, with this person. I think it's also safe to say this person meant a great deal to you. And the fact that this person just up and left you and abandoned you, like, there's just this energy of disbelief. I can't believe this person left me. I can't believe this person divorced me. I can't believe this person really did abandon me. I can't believe it. I just kind of feel like this is like the person that you thought, you know what I mean, that you were gonna like spend the rest of your life with and grow old with, and just kind of looks like things are not playing out that way, unfortunately, between you and this person. But what actions? I know it's going to sound weird what I'm about to say. It's going to sound very strange, very, very strange, but I just randomly got that for the King of Swords. Which the King of Swords is very much so like that. But the King of Swords is somebody who is I mean, it does depend on this person's age, of course. It does depend on their age, but because if this person's like, 25 and over, a King of Swords is just that type of person that wants to experience everything in life. You know what I mean? Like, they just kind of have that mentality of, ooh, I want to try this, and let me try that. And I wonder what this is like, and I wonder what that's like. Like, a King of Swords is somebody who does have a lot of life experience because they're down to try new things. They want to try it all. They want to do it all. You know what I mean? So, I am definitely getting that that's just kind of how they are as a person. I know it might sound weird, but like, God, how do I explain this? Because I think that I've only ever gotten this one time before, but I want to say that was years ago. This that type of person that will turn around and get married, go through that experience, and then once the experience is done and over with, they're just like, all right, cool. So now I know what it's like to be married. All right, well, that was a fun experience. Let me go do this now, And it's like, I wonder what it's like to, have a friends with benefits type of situation. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me go try that. And then now it's like, all right, they went through that experience and they're just like, okay, that's what it feels like. That's what it looks like. That's what it consists of. All right, let me try this next. Let me do that next. This is somebody who just wants to experience life. They just want to experience life. And once they go through whatever it is that they want to essentially experience, and it's like, all right, I already been there, done that, they're very quick to just split and just kind of like go about their life and go find the next experience that they want to essentially experience. It's weird. I know it might sound weird, but I got this one time, I want to say, but this was like years ago for somebody, and I don't even remember, but I remember like describing somebody like this years ago. But with the Queen of Swords to the Seven of Swords to the Page of Wands coming out here, well, unfortunately for them, well, not unfortunately for them, but unfortunately when it comes down to the people that they're going to find themselves getting involved with, moving forward, I think that a lot of people are going to be very disappointed by this person, let down by this person. I mean, I will say that. Yeah, I will say that, because they don't have any sort of intentions of taking anybody seriously. They don't want to, like, because they already know what it's like, right? Because they had you. They already know what it's like to be in a serious relationship. They already know what it's like to settle down, and like their whole MO is, all right, cool. I did that. I know what that feels like, what that looks like, what it consists of. That's great. All right, let me go and try a new experience. And that's just kind of what I see this person doing. I see this person, unfortunately, and it's not even a matter of leading people on too, because I can't even really say that about a King of Swords either. Because a King of Swords is A King of Swords is very blunt and honest. They just tell you what it is, how it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't go as far as to say that they're leading people on. I take that back because they are a King of Swords. They're not a King of Wands. A King of Wands is the one that likes to lead people on. A King of Swords, no. Like a King of Swords will tell you straight to your face, look, okay? I don't want anything serious with you, okay? I'm here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean? I just kind of feel like this person's going to find themselves encountering a lot of people that are going to perceive them as, oh, well, you led me on. But in reality, they didn't lead anybody on. I just kind of feel like they're just going to find themselves meeting a lot of people that are going to try to attempt to change this person's mind. People might confuse, them, being nice as a sign of, oh, they must really like me and want me and love me, but they're just too scared to go there. It's not that this person's scared to go there with a person because they already have, you know what I mean, with you. It's just, they just don't want to. The desire to settle down is not there. The desire to run off into the sunset with somebody, it's not there because, again, they're big on experience. It's like they already been there, done that. There's that type of person again, that just wants to experience life, try new things, do new things that they've never done before. They're basically just here to experience life. That's it. And the King of Swords is known for that. They're just known for that. So unfortunately, for the people that they're going to end up, I guess getting involved with, it's going to be a lot of people that are going to try to change this person's mind. Take me seriously. And they're not going to take anybody seriously but themselves, and in their life, that's pretty much about it. But nobody's going to be able to change this person's mind. Because that's the thing with the King of Swords. When a King of Swords makes their mind up about something, there is no changing that. You have a better chance of changing, like the tires on a moving vehicle, than a King of Swords' mind. So I do, like I said, I do believe that this relationship has definitely changed them, as a person, to the point where they don't ever want to fully commit and or devote themselves to a person again. And I'm not saying this to be like, oh, Pisces, look what you did to them. No, I'm not saying all of that, okay? Yeah, no, I'm not saying all of that, but I feel like their experience with you plays a role in why they don't ever want to settle down again or or get married again or start a family again. I am definitely, getting that. As far as like the two of you are concerned, there's going to come a point in time where the two of you will essentially speak to one another again. I am definitely getting that strongly. You guys will definitely speak to one another again. Here's the thing. I feel like when it comes down to you, like this person truly does have like a soft spot for you, which is not anything that I don't feel like anybody really does kind of have that personal effect on them like you do, because they definitely have a soft spot for you. Like with you, it's different, but with everybody else, it's like they're very quick to like cut a person out of their life and never speak to that person ever again, and completely forget about that person on top of that, because the King of Swords is good when it comes down to that. Like they can cut a person out of their life and just keep going like it never fucking happened, you know what I mean? But when it comes down to you, they truly do have a soft spot for you. So I do see the two of you again, like speaking to one another eventually. I am definitely getting that. And they might feel tempted to revisit this connection, between the two of you all over again. Now, in regards to whether or not they will or not, that is kind of like a 50-50, because, a part of them is going to want to, because they have this soft spot when it comes down to you, like in their heart, they have a spot. They have a soft spot in their heart for you. But when it comes down to like wanting to go through the same experience again, that's just something that this person doesn't want to do. Like again, I can't emphasize this enough. They're really big on experiencing life. They want to experience life. So if their relationship with you causes them to essentially feel like they're going to find themselves going through the same cycle over and over and over again, they're going to feel more prone to not want to revisit this connection between the two, of you, is basically what I'm gathering. But if this person, you know, finds themselves essentially feeling like if they were to give you in this dynamic with that they share with you, you know, another go around, and they're going to experience a whole new experience, and they're going to feel more prone to giving this relationship another go around. It just can't go back to the way it used to be, because if it goes back to the way it used to be, to them, that's just them experiencing the same thing over and over again. It's like watching the same movie over and over and over and over and over again. Eventually you're going to get tired of watching that damn movie. You know what I mean? Like, probably by the third time watching that same movie, you're going to eventually get tired and you're going to want to watch something different. You know what I mean? And that's their thing, is that they don't like experiencing the same thing over and over again. You know, they don't. So whatever it is that they were going through with you, it's not something that they want to continue to basically go through, is basically what I'm gathering. They want to experience something new. Okay, this is somebody who's very big on experiencing life and all that comes with it. Okay, so that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.